There was a trend in the good old days of anime, as in you only thought they were good because you weren't old enough to know any better, of hyper-violent OVAs. Deadman Wonderland feels like a tread back to those days. It has the over-exaggerated violence, the ridiculous amounts of blood, the awkwardly crowbarred sexiness, and, most noticeably of all, that it's utterly shit. Time has changed a few little aspects though. The OVA market of old has turned into the late-night 12-episode anime series of today. This means it has more space to tell a coherent and fulfilling story, a capability which Deadman Wonderland approaches by totally ignoring it. 12 episodes are enough to tell a neat story with a beginning, middle and end. It gets the beginning right, tossing our protagonist into a scenario in which society have become totally ignorant of the prison sector, so that even when hell is created right in front of their eyes, they think it's an elaborate piece of CGI. However, upon approaching the middle segment, Deadman Wonderland tosses that whole story aside and becomes about superpowers. Instead of developing the characters introduced in the beginning, it decides to quadruple the size of the cast, each and every single one having a hastily constructed backstory, introduced right in the middle of a fight to the death that ends up having little or no relevance in the actual battle happening in the present day. Neither does Deadman Wonderland get the end part right either. This is partly due to the fact that this is an ongoing manga, but plenty of other adaptations of ongoing manga have managed to construct some sort of conclusion in their respective stories. Usually this is in the form of the main character growing and learning something, see Arakawa, Spice and Wolf, Genshiken, which Deadman Wonderland tries to do, but royally cocks up because the main character has fuck all personality. Yes, this is something else that comes with modernity. Instead of the macho men that spout witty quips like they're an American first-person shooter game, that is, when they ever talk at all, Deadman Wonderland sports a bland, spineless teenage boy as his main character. To be fair to Ganta, he does actually do something other than make reaction noises while other characters monologue exposition at him. He reacts to situations by either whining, crying, or sobbing. It really isn't much of a personality, as any bland male will react to the cartoonish level of hell that exists in the prison in a similar fashion, and he really does nothing beyond that. There was a chance for him to grow into a hero, and Deadman Wonderland tried to do that. Other characters would spout lines about how he's grown a spine and standing up for himself, but I failed to see that myself. He started off as a crybaby who could shoot off magical blood bullets when he felt threatened. By the end, he was a crybaby who shot off magical blood bullets when he felt threatened, except now he could shoot the blood bullets off even faster than before. That's not character development. That's like saying a character's developed because he's now slightly better at picking his nose. Another thing the late night 12-episode anime has changed from the hyper-violent OVAs of old is that now they're on TV, they need to be censored. I can't really criticize Deadman Wonderland for this though, which is a shame because it's a really easy target. The gun that shot black balls of censorship through people's chests was one of the most unintentionally hilarious things I've seen all year. But if you were to watch the DVD release, censorship would presumably be removed. It would be like criticizing it for the screen being upside down because you watched it while standing on your head. It's not the anime's fault you watch it that way, but the fact that it needed the level of censorship it has tells us how much blood and gore there is. Often the gore has no point other than to show how sadistic the anime is. Just really repulsive and juvenile, like a child who tries to show everyone what a big man he is by killing the class rabbit. Deadman Wonderland is like a modern day MD Geist. It's aggressively stupid and only appeals to those teenagers and man-children who think sheer bloody mindedness is what required to make something cool. People might defend this by saying the hyper-violent anime is preferable to the insipid, moe harem nonsense of the modern era, which is a load of cowpat. They are both as brainless as each other, just appealing to different sorts of immature mindsets. If you gave me a choice between Deadman Wonderland or, say, Fortune Arterial, I'd instead choose repeatedly slamming my fingers in a car door.